See, these are like, the recent projects what I have done for the previous batches. So we'll see again, when you go to this particular tab, you public is the free version. So here we have a limitation on the number of data set that you can connect. You can connect only to the file systems, like Excel file, text file, JSON file. You cannot connect to the servers like Oracle, SQL Server, and all. For that, we need to go for a desktop. That desktop is like more of a paid version. Okay. So now since we are learning, the public should be good enough. So now I want to read the data from the Microsoft Excel file. I just click on this and we can just select the file. So what we will do is we'll try to use that particular data set that we were using it for the Power BI, sample superstore. We can use the same data set and we can just try to work on it. Okay. So first, let me just open the tab view. So that means since I selected the Excel file, I'm selecting this particular the source file. And now in this particular file, we have those three sheets: orders, people, and returns. From which sheet you want to read the data. So you can see this is how the interface is. The first thing is to get the data. So you have browsed and selected the file. Since I have selected the type of file is Excel, it gave me an option to select that particular file from the location. We clicked on the browse and we selected the file. And once we have selected this particular file, the next thing is what is that we do is, okay, it shows me the sheets what is available. So I want to read the data from the order sheet. So I'll just select the order sheet and just drag and drop this. Okay, so I'll just drag this particular order sheet, drag and drop onto the sheet. So when you just drag and drop this particular thing here, so you can see here, it shows me this particular order sheet here. And you can see also see the sample data what has been over here. Okay. By default, it is showing 100 records. You can just show even like, 1,000, 10,000 records. So it says totally we have around 9,995 records are there. And this is the complete data what has been shown. Okay. And here you can see this particular information here telling that we have 21 fields with 9,995 rows. Okay, that is a kind of a data, and we are able to see the preview. And you can see here automatically, when the Tableau, once it reads the data, it automatically even assigns the data types. Just like in Power BI also, when you try to read the data and when you go and check in your Power BI Power Query editor, there we can see that each fields will be automatically assigned with respect to data type. The same way here also you can see there is a data type. So you can see here we have a row ID, and above the row ID, it just says like row ID, order date. These are nothing but the name of the fields. Okay, the each column, what is the name of the particular columns, and above that it says from which table are you bringing this particular. So you can even read the data from multiple tables. So as of now, we have only one table here, and we can see all this data is coming from the orders sheet, orders table. Okay, we are getting from the orders table, and just above that, this particular hash symbol, ABC symbol, this represents the data types. Like in Power BI, we saw that 123, 1.2, ABC, again, those kind of a symbol. So 123 was telling us the whole number. Then it was telling 1.2 was telling it's a decimal number. ABC is the text. The calendar symbol is a date and all this thing. But here you can see hash is representing as a number type. So when you just click on this, it says, oh, number. Again, we have a whole number or decimal number. So it says it's a whole number. Okay, both are belonging to the number family. Family of data type called as number. ABC means it is representing a string data type. Okay, string means text type. And we see this kind of a calendar symbol says it's a date data type. Okay, and so we can see it is automatically identified the type of data, and it has been assigned with the respective type. You can see here order date is again a date data type. Okay, ABC is so this order ship mode, okay, is again of a string data type. Okay, and so it is trying to give you this particular things. And not only that, you can see the geographic field like country, city, state, the postal code. This is given with the geographic data types. When you just see here, they are like the special geographic data types. All this, if the column names are having any of this particular kind of a headings, the name of the columns, so they are considered as a geographic types. Okay, and fine. So those are what it is. And apart from that, you can see here some fields are given in the green color and some is given in the blue color. Now, what is this green color and the blue color? If you remember, in Power BI, I was telling that whenever you look at the data, we look at the data in the two aspects. One is the data which is used for the calculation purpose, and other one is the set of data which is used for the as a discrete value. Okay. Now here the blue color fields what we see, they are nothing but representing your dimension, and the green color is representing the measurable values. That means when it comes to sales, quantity, discount, profit, they are like we can do a measures like what is the total sales, what is the total profit, and so on. But when it comes to a blue color, like category, subcategory, country, region, state, region wise, what is the sales, what are the different regions are there, that is what we can try to get the info. Oh, fine. See, like, by default here, what happens, things are being divided here. So these are the measurable values, the green color and the blue color is the dimensions. Okay. Now to start working with this, you can see here, it says go to worksheet, sheet one. Just hit on this. So this is a sheet here. So in Power BI, we have the concept of pages, but here we have the concept of sheets. So this is very similar to your pivot table. You can see here on your left-hand side, on the left hand side we have all the fields here. What are the fields are there, like country, categories, city, state, region, and the profit and all those things. And you can see all those particular fields are being divided into two things mainly. Okay, so we have the blue color and green color. So when you see this, these are the blue color fields, which we are nothing but they are the dimension, the discrete values. Okay, they are representing your dimensions, means they are the discrete values. Okay, and this particular fields like profit, quantity, and all those things, so they are in the green color. Is it? The green colors are nothing but they are called as the measurable values, no? Measures. So measures means they are the continuous values.
It is similar to Tableau only, measures and
Hmm?
dimensions.
Pardon me?
Same measures are the numeric values and dimensions are the text values only.
Yeah. Okay, so that means like in more than Power BI, you can see this is very clearly defined in the two different colors, continuous
Yes,
in
sir.
the
We
green color,
continue some
and this
measures
is
and
in the blue color.
dimensions.
There, we don't have that kind of a description this one. And one more thing, when you observe here, we have the row ID here. Okay, the row ID is a number type, hash, and you all talk about the postal code. There again the number type, but still you can see in though like it's a number type. So, but this is not considered as a measure. So it's an ID. Okay, since any field which has been either prefix or suffix with ID, so there we don't use that for the calculation. Okay, row IDs. Do we do the any kind of calculation on row IDs? We do the sum of row IDs. We do find the average of row IDs. No, we don't use it for the measurable values. So that is the reason you can see, even though it is having a number data type, you can see hash symbol is a number data type. Data type is pure number, but still this has been considered as a measure. And you can see the same way postal code. Okay, is again having a pure number, but still it is considered as a geographic field here. But in the case of Power BI, what happens? No? Oh, if it is having a pure number, it says summation. Oh, that means the measurable value. A region row ID. So since it's a number, it says the summation. That means the numerical value. But here it is very clearly told. Okay, the measurable values are generally we do the measures on this one: sales, profit, quantity, discount. These are measurable values, and the blue color one on the description, the dimensions. Okay, so it is more clear here, is it?
Yes, sir.
The what's the next thing is or we just have this one, is it? Now if I have to create any kind, say apart from that, we have this particular menu bars here. So we don't have a ribbon concept because ribbon is a concept with the Microsoft. This is not application of Microsoft. They still have the classic interface, which is the kind of a menus and the sub menus. Okay, main menu and the sub menu. So under the data we have something to do with the data. You want to get the new data, okay, edit relationships and things. Worksheet is something to do with the worksheet, working with the sheets. So we have something called the worksheet, dashboard, and the story. So we can see here we have three kinds of objects. Like when it comes to Power BI, we have only one type of object, that is the pages. Okay, you can have multiple pages, but here we have three things. We say these are nothing but your sheet, okay, dashboard, and what is a story. We have three things here. This is called as a sheet, okay, and this is your dashboard, and this is your story. We have three things. So accordingly, when you can either work with the sheets, dashboard, or the story. So this is something to do with the sheet. In the sheet, you want to add some additional some features, no, related to the sheets, and you can see this is the dashboard and the story. We'll be learning all the three things. How do we work with? Initially, we'll go with the sheets, and then we'll see about the dashboards, and also finally we'll see how do we create a story. Okay, a dashboard is nothing but multiple. See here in the case of Power BI, what happens is we have a page. We don't call it as a sheet. In a single page, you can have multiple visuals, and those multiple visuals grouped together is called as a report. Okay, we can have a slicing and dicing and all those things. But here, when I say sheet, in one sheet you can have only one visual. Okay, only one data. So which can be in the table format or it can be in the graph format or anything, but only one particular kind of a information can be there in a single sheet. So now we can have multiple sheets, and all those particular sheets can be brought into the dashboard. So the dashboard is going to be nothing but a collection of sheets, okay, with the interactivity. And the story is nothing but story is a collection of sheets and the dashboards. So which finally we use it for explaining the story. Okay, we use this particular storyboard. Okay, so to work with the story sheets, we'll just see with the sheets here. So in this sheet particular thing, on the left hand side, we see it has all the fields based on which you can create the summary. You can create the charts, the visuals and things. So which the data has been clearly differentiated into dimension and the measures. And then we have something with called as cards here. These are called as the cards. So these things, are called as the cards. Cards. Cards are just holders. Okay. The pages are mainly used for the animation. Filter, as the name says, filter, it is used for filtering the data. And the marks card. Marks card is a very useful card. It is for completely for formatting your visual. Either you want to show with the conditional formattings. Okay, you want to have a back color, the forecolor, a text color, or something. You want to resize this particular that what is it with a thickness of the bars and all these things. Yeah, we use this particular size. We have a text is mainly for adding a data labels, a tooltip for customizing the tooltips, and the details information. You want to have some information which is not going to be presented in your chart, but still I want to add some additional information, like that might be that has to be displayed in the tooltip, or additional what is it, the dimensions or measures you want to add for this particular visuals, okay, which is not going to be displayed, but you want to add, we can use this particular details. So these are more like formatting features what we do. In the case of this one, we have a format and we do the formattings, no? So those kind of a thing, but it is more of a the formatting of your graph, okay, titles, labels, the resizing of that particular thickness of the bars and all those things. Yeah, those things we try to give it. And the filters, as I said, is for filtering, and the page is for animations. And we have a column and the row. These are called as shelves. Okay, these are just used for placing the data. Hey, what data you want in the rows, what data you want in the columns, what, okay. So we try to decide that over here. Okay, and on the right hand side we have a show me will say, okay, oh, different types of charts that you can create. It shows me a kind of a template, and it also tells me, like, oh, for creating that kind of a charts, what is the minimum number of dimensions and the measures required. Okay,
Okay.
this is just the interface. Okay, this is how the interface looks. Okay, now what happens is, hey, I just want to perform something. Hey, this is a very powerful data visualization tools. Means this has built-in tools with the help of which very easily we can create the different types of charts. Now take an example. I'll just take one of the measure here, sales. As soon as you double click on the sales, you can see automatically a bar chart has been created which says the total sales is 2.3 million. Yeah, it is showing the total sales is 2.3 million. See, I did not say, like, I just wanted to create a column chart. I did not say, like, anything, but I just selected a measure. As soon as you select a measure, you can see it has created a chart. Okay, and it says the total sales. Now, okay, fine, this is done, total sales, but I want to divide the sales based on the region wise. I want to see the sales by region. So what I do, I'll just select the region here. Okay, that is region is your dimension. When you add a dimension, you can see this particular chart automatically gets divided for the based on the dimension. Since we
Okay.
have added a region, so we have four regions. Okay, four distinct region, and each region, okay, the bar is been divided based on the region. So before it was 23 lakhs. It has been divided. West is 7 lakhs, south is 3 lakhs 90,000, east is 6.7 lakhs, and the central is 5 lakhs, respectively.
Okay, Sadhu, completed.
Okay.
Their windows down data labels is there now. We can use that. We can see from maximum to minimum, like top to bottom.
Yeah. See, like you can do like this. Here you have something called the text here. You can see here in the top.
Yes, Sadhguru.
Show mark label. Okay, you can just use this for toggling the label here.
Okay.
We can do this way. You can off it on it. This is one way to do it. Or you want to display the sales. Just select the sales, drag and drop into the labels here. This also will show the labels.
Yes, Sadhguru. Sadhguru, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
If we want to take multiple like and orders table and sales table, how can we add from backend? We take Excel from now.
Yeah. We need to do a data blending. That is a relationship.
Okay.
We did
Can
that
you
in the
show me
Power
the
BI also, like
yes,
student
Sadhguru.
and marks table kind of thing. We can do it. I'll
Yes, sir.
come to that. First, we'll see learn with the single. I'll show you some
Okay.
examples of multiple tables also.
Okay,
We
okay,
saw
sir.
with the online retail sales, we saw where we had orders table, customer table, address table. You remember?
Yes, Sadhguru. Yes, Sadhguru.
Yeah. So I'll use the same data set here also to show that multiple tables got data joins and blends and all these things. I'll show
Okay, Sadhguru.
you. Okay. Fine. So this is a simple thing. You just got it, is it?
Yes, Sadhguru. I
Now,
got it.
one thing, I just want to create another sheet. I'll just hit on this particular sheet, new sheet, you can the bottom. Okay, new sheet has been added. Now I'll just take the other way around. I'll take the region. When you select the region, what is happening? Now, region
Only
is
region.
not
Only
measurable
region.
value.
Okay.
The region is
Yes,
not a
Sadhguru.
measurable value. It is a discrete value. So what it has happened here is it has just taken all the unique regions. Means the regions were repeated, but it has taken it distinctly. So repeated values, it has just taken only once.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the four regions. What is there? Okay, it is. So we have 10,000 rows of data. So when you see here, we have 10,000 rows of data. And when you just see this particular region, the same region has been repeated many times. Okay, so when you see we have many the west region, central region, east region is repeated. So 10,000 times, these are the four regions which is repeated for 10,000 times. So it is just taken, oh, what all the distinct region is there, it is showing that. Okay. Now, when you take a sales, what is happening? Oh, it says, hey, central region, we have a total sales of 5 lakhs. In the east region, 678 K,
678.
and the south region is 391 K, and the west is 725 K.
Okay. Like similar to table.
Yeah. See, I did not say I wanted to create a table. I did not say I wanted to create a chart. But what has happened
Okay.
is first preference is given for a chart. See, for a chart, if you remember, I told this also. If you want to create a chart, we need to have at least one measurable value. If you
Yes,
select
sir.
first measurable value, it by default try to create the chart. Okay, but yeah, I did not select a measure. I selected a dimension. There was no measure. Since there was no measure, it cannot do anything. It just took the unique regions. What is there? It showed like a table. And then when you added a measure, oh, for each region wise, what is the total sales? It is just showing next to it as a tabular format.
Okay.
Got it? So only
Yes,
thing is the
Sadhguru.
sequence that you have selected. So here I have selected both the same things. Okay, a region and the sales. Here also I have selected the region and the sales. But here I selected the measure first and then I selected the dimension. So it has created a chart. But here I just did a reverse. Okay, I selected the what you say the dimension and then I selected the measure. So since the dimension alone cannot create a chart, so it has taken a distinct value. And later when you add a measure, so it has grouped up, it has created a summary value of that based for each dimension, for each region, what is the total sales.
Yes, Sadhguru. Yes, Sadhguru. I completed that.
Okay, we'll move ahead. Fine.
Yes, Sadhguru.
Yeah. So the next thing is, okay, we just got this in the form of a table as well as we got it in the this one. Now, first thing is we'll just work with some tables itself. Okay.
Okay.
First we'll do some kind of a calculation tables and all these things, and then we'll go with the charts. Now, let me
Okay.
just do one thing here is I'll just take the category. Oh, it says we have this three different categories. And if I take the sales here, it just tells me what is the sales happened in each category. So when you see here, so we see we have three different categories, and this is a total sales done for each category. So furniture has done a total sales of 742. Okay, see when I selected this, when I selected the category, it has been added to the rows and it has taken a distinct category. And when you add a sales here, so sales is a measurable value, so automatically it has been added to this particular marks and it is created as a sum. By default aggregation it is done as sum of sales. Okay,
Okay.
and then you can see it has been created as a table. Now, if I just put the same thing into the columns, you can see it creates a chart here. So it says for each category wise, what is the total sales, and the category is taken as a columns. Sorry, category is taken as a rows here, and the sales is the column. Okay. Now,
Okay.
if I interchange this, so you can see here now the category is taken as a rows, and what it says sales is being taken as a columns, and is telling like each category wise what is the total sales happen. Understood?
Yes, Sajid, bar chart.
Yeah. So if I just put in the card here, you can see it is showing as a numbers there. Sum of sales for this one, and I just want to show the sales as a text. Got it?
Yes, Sajid,
Okay.
get that.
So when it's text here, it shows me summarized a text value. But the same thing, if you add into rows or columns, it creates a chart. So now again, how that has been created is column data and the row data. So row may it is this is your row, the category, and the sum of sales is your column value. Okay. And if I want to
Okay.
swap, I can swap it from here also. You can see when I just swap it, it is showing something like this. So in the columns, we have the category, and in the rows, we have the sum of sales. For each category, what is the total sales done?
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Yes, Sajid. Okay. Shall we
Okay.
move forward?
Yeah, we'll move forward. We're just doing with this one. Okay, we'll just take this particular, what you say, the totals. We have this particular, okay, the tables here. Okay, we have a furniture, office supplies, and technology. What is the total? Oh, okay, and what is their sales for each category? Now, this what I
Okay.
want is, hmm, I want to find what is the grand total here. Okay, so that means what is the total overall total? See, by default, it is not showing the totals. Whereas in the case of a tables you take in the Power BI, it shows the individual total as well as the grand total. Sometimes you don't need it. You have the option in the formatting telling that no, I don't want to show the totals and so on. But here, what happens? It is not showing the totals. If we want to bring in the total, what is that we can do is I can just go to the analysis here, and here we have a total, and here we have something called as show column grand total. Column is what? The vertical is the columns, no? I want to see the column wise grand total. Analysis, totals, and I'll say show column grand total. Yeah. So if you want to get the grand total here, so you need to go to
Okay.
the analysis, total.
Analysis.
We have this one, show column grand total. It shows the grand total at the column level.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Here now, we have something like this. Now, what I want is under the category, I want to have a subcategory. Okay. So what I will do is I'll just take the subcategory. I'll just double click on this. So you can see under the category, subcategory. So we have a furniture. Okay. Under furniture, we can see the subcategory bookcases,
Bookmarks,
chairs,
chairs.
furnishing. This comes under the furniture. And we can see here before it was showing the total for each category wise. Okay. Now you can see that is been further divided based on the subcategory.
Okay.
Okay, under furnitures, we have this particular subcategories, bookcases, and what is the total sales done by each subcategory. Okay, on the
Yes,
office
Sajid.
supplies again, we have these are the different subcategories and what is the total sales for done for each subcategory. Technology, there's different subcategories and what is the total sales done for each subcategory. Okay, and this since we have added a grand total, it is showing even the grand total.
Yes, Sajid. Okay. We can move
Fine.
forward. Yeah, fine.
Okay. Now we have a grand total, but I want to see the total for each category also. Okay.
We
So
can
in that
use
case, what I do, I just go to the
analyze
analysis,
and
totals,
row grand
and we
total.
have all add all subtotals. It is showing the subtotals and the grand total.
Okay, Sajid. We can move forward.
Oh, fine, fine, fine. Okay. The next thing is we have a subtotals and the grand totals kind of a thing. Now we can have this information in two dimensions. Yeah, okay, fine. See, we can see the furniture under furniture. The total sales of furniture is 742K, and we see under furnitures. These are the various subcategories. What is there? Okay. Now I want to put like whatever this total is there. Okay, bookcases we have a total sales of 114K, but I want to see that in the region wise. Okay, within the each region how much bookcases is being sold. Under each region how much chairs is being sold. Under each region what is the total sales of furniture. If you add a region, you can see the region. Oh, by default, it gets added to the column here. And you can see here, oh, this data has been further divided in the region wise. So we had a total sales of 114K of bookcases, and you can see that has been divided something like this. The West region has the sales of
region
36,
region
East has
total.
43K, South has 11K, and Central has 24K respectively.
Sadhu, we can do row-wise calculation means we can get the
Yes,
bookcases
yes.
or total
Right.
sales.
So we need to go to the analysis, and
Yeah,
then I
Sadhu.
just say as total, and there we have this. Okay,
Row
show
grand total.
grand total. You are able to see the column grand total, the row grand total, as well as the subtotals.
Yeah, Sadhu.
So we are able to see the grand total is 23 lakhs. We are able to see the grand total for the each region, central, east, west. We are able to see the grand total for each category, 742K, 719K respectively. We are able to see even the grand total for each subcategories. We are able to see the grand totals for each category for a particular region, and also each category for a particular each subcategory for a particular region.
Yeah,
We are able
Sadhu.
to get all this analysis, right?
Yeah, Sadhu. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, now you want to format this so that I can see A, which is the grand total, which is the category wise total, which is the what they say subcategory wise total, which is the region wise total. I want to show those particular kind of a thing, the formatting kind of a things. So again, in Power BI on the right hand side, we have a format options, and we have some predefined styles, as well as we can define some formatting. Is it here explicitly you need to do the formatting? So how do we do the formatting here? Is if you want to apply the formatting so that you can increase the readability of this. So we just go to this particular format here. Okay, and I can just go to for see we have a font, alignment, text, everything. We can just select any of this. Okay, so I've selected the font itself. Make it broader. You can see here it just says font, alignment, coloring, anything can be done. So might be font. This is too small. I feel I just want to increase this. At the whole worksheet level, I just want to increase the font. I can just go to the worksheet. I can just select this. A default font size is 9. I'll just make it as 10. Looks better.
Yeah, Sadhu.
Okay. Or now I say by default the totals are in bold and the non-totals are in the non-bold or a little kind of a grayish color. Is it? You want to format those things also? We can go for it. Hey, totals. I want to make it total. What is there? What has been displayed? So I just want to make it more bold. Yeah, I think totals are before it was a dark black color, but it was not bold. So you can see here.
Yes.
I'm making as bold for the totals, or your grand totals you want to make it bold. Okay, totals and the grand totals are bold, but I say grand total I want little bigger font. Might be the overall worksheet. What is there? I can keep it as mine Excel. We can make this as 10, and this total also is 10. Should be good. Fine. I think this should be better. Okay. Hey, no, I see no. Instead of that, I want to have a back color or four colors or something. You can change that particular header you want in a different color style. May okay, heading text. So I want the headers to be in a different color. So we can just give a different color for the header. Okay, might be I want a very dark black. Okay, I'll just give something like red color. Okay, header total and the grand total, and I want to make it bold also. Fine. That headings I'm showing you the different kind of a coloring. The same way I want to fill this. Okay, so I can just go to the fill and I say the whole worksheet you want to fill. You can just fill the whole worksheet. Okay, um, fine. We can just give some kind of a lighter color for this whole worksheet, or very light kind of thing. Okay, and then pane. Pane is this particular plot area. Okay, that you want to fill something kind of a coloring. We can go for it. Headers you want in the different coloring, so we can just fill those particular headers and the pane area. Okay, and the totals you want to have a different kind of a coloring. So total and the grand total. So I say total. I just want a different color. Okay, this is fine. And the grand total, I just want completely a different color. So maybe I can just go even to the more colors and you can just select it. I just say maybe color. So I'm really very bad in color selection. You can just select the better color. It should be some light color.